And now to a player who showed real class this afternoon, taking the last two of the session with a century and a 92 to level. 5 frames away from what would be a hat-trick of semi-final appearances. His first led to the title in 15. A brilliant break builder back to his best, Stuart Ball Run Bingham. Finally, to the greatest of all time. Could he seal a 14th semi-final 28 years after his first? Reigning UK champion, reigning Masters champion, 7 times a champion of the world. Blink and you'll miss him. The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
On Discovery Plus, can John Higgins bring more preposterous snooker to the bays? And he might need to against the warrior Kyron Wilson. But for us on Eurosport, get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be a good one. It's Ball Run Bingham and the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. So we can hand to our commentary team of the Spaceman, Dominic Dale. But first, Phil Yates.
Thank you.
Radsy, thank you very much indeed.
Stuart Bingham to break.
What an occasion. There are certain nights at the Crucible you know are going to be special. This is one of them. Monday night was magical. This Wednesday could be wicked. We saw everything in that middle session. Sportsmanship, controversy, excellence, mistakes. The one thing we didn't see was O'Sullivan producing a massively sustained run of excellence. Yes, he played nicely from 6-6 to 8-6, but it was only for 2 frames he can string together more than a handful. As he started off, Dom,
6.
The way he means to go on.
Good evening, everybody. I'm just curious to see if Ronnie O'Sullivan can do something here that he hasn't done so far in this match and win the first frame of a session. Began the match, lost the first frame. Began this afternoon's second session. Lost the first frame. Can he win the first frame of the evening session here? Excellent long red to begin with, and he's still in good position, but
12.
If he plays with the black, it may be tied up because the black isn't quite on its spot at the moment. And Ronnie's just having a look to see if the black will pot into the right corner anyway. Tight, but it would appear that it's available.
Thirteen.
So now the hard work does begin. The black is now out of commission. Needs a good angle on the blue. He'd probably like a little more, but he is top side of it. Has left himself a plant. Needs to be made a little. Screwed through the reds very nicely. His intention was to be on the pink, but he certainly couldn't guarantee it, but it's worked out well.
O'Sullivan watching anxiously as the cue ball went into mid-table.
Thirty-three.
The pink spotted, but the red goes.
Thirty-four.
The two reds just below and to the left of the pink. Could give Ronnie the chance to play for the pink into the right centre. Looks to have played this very nicely. That's just about perfect. You can play the top red of those two together. Just play a delicate cannon on the red below it, and he should be nicely on the pink.
Forty.
Well, that's not the ideal angle for Ronnie, unless he now decides to try and cannon that red away from the black.
Actually now done him a favour, because this is an even better opportunity. Black available. It looks, for all intents and purposes, as though the first frame of the evening is going to be over.
54.
Rapido.
55. $62. $63.
We've been playing for just 7 minutes. And in goes frame ball.
70. $71. $78. $79.
This has been a recurring theme in this
86.
match. Every time he plays a shot that he's not happy with, not every time, but a lot of the time, he'll say, shot, sarcastically.
87.
I've never really known it from O'Sullivan before, not this regularly.
No, it's a little unusual, I suppose.
93.
Very handy that red was cannoned over the pocket. And that
94.
Ronnie could play the awkward red onto it. What a start.
$101. 102.
207 centuries for Ronnie O'Sullivan at the
109.
Crucible alone.
111. 114. 118.
And this one lays down a marker.
One 23. 129. 129.
Total clearance, tremendous quality, straight out of the blocks. 9-8.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
What we've just seen represented a cracking start to the session. But it's just that, a start. When Bingham captured the title here in 2015, he beat O'Sullivan, as we've said, 13-9. In the last 5 frames, he was inspired.
Stuart Bingham under immediate pressure. Misses that difficult long red. Don't think he's left a potable one on, though, for Ronnie O'Sullivan, so just the safety. Wow, where's this red going? It's okay.
From 8-6 down to 8-all. Sessions close at tea time. Bingham was wonderful. Again, he needs to respond.
And of course, Phil, as the match nears its conclusion, there's more pressure on a player to respond if they fall a frame or two behind. Less room to manoeuvre. 4 reds in a line in the middle of that pack that look as though they're potentially a plant for the right corner, but whether a player would want to risk it or not, I don't know, because it doesn't necessarily mean you can get back to bulk if you attempt it.
Foul. Stuart Bingham, 4.
How the cue ball got trapped in the jaws there, that might not have been too bad at all.
I think it may be okay anyway. This red near the right corner will cut in, but I don't know whether Stuart feels he can avoid cannoning the red to the left of it. So if he does attempt it, I think he'll have to put all his eggs in one basket, so to speak. It's a makeable pot, but he hasn't potted anything yet this evening. Very, very well done.
1.
Decided that he had to take that pot on. I don't blame him. He's been playing that way all match long, and that is Stuart's style of play, to be attacking. Cope with the pressure well there. Again, though, if this black is potted, it ties up the red and the black. Did very well there. Could have done with a little more running of the cue ball, but the red is still cuttable.
8.
Doesn't like it, but this red over the green pocket is more preferable.
9.
He remained very still on that last shot, did Bingham. I think his technique, not just in this match, but in the championship as a whole, has been very good, very reliable.
Top marks for that positional shot. And now finally has the chance to pop this red and free the black into both corners.
13.
Stuart's been experimenting the last couple of seasons or so with contact lenses, glasses.
20.
But he's been working closely with Chris Henry of late, and between the two of them, they've decided that he needs neither, and he's just gone back to
21.
sighting the ball naturally, with his own eyes, without any visual aids. But he has told me, Stuart, during this championships, that when he looks down the shots, he feels at times that his cue is pointing off slightly to the right. It's just an anomaly, really. It's the way your brain interprets what you see.
29.
Went into them, but no great avail.
Well, that, Phil, was a wonderful safety shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan, almost swerving the cue ball into the red with heavy right-hand side to check the cue ball off the top cushion. And to judge it that well was excellent.
Bingham tonight, not just looking for his third Crucible semi-final, not just looking for a victory over Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's looking to revitalise his career, which for the last couple of seasons has been in reverse.
Well, Stuart himself played that with check side, but caught the red on the thick side. And one good pot here from Ronnie will give him the opportunity to play for the black in the opposite corner, perhaps, if he wishes to play for the black. Both these reds very potable.
Not on target. Then there was the double kiss. Bingham already 40 to the good in the frame. We'll be looking to wrap it up at this visit.
1. Put the wrappers down, please.
Stuart cued right across that. He was lucky to pot the black in the end. I think he tried to screw into the red, but he came past there. This red's still on, but it's very missable, and I don't know if he has a natural angle to run through to play the black in the opposite corner. Great shot. Goodness me, there's pressure on that.
$16. $17. $24. Yeah.
We've seen a little more of this in this match than has become the norm over the last few years, cleaning of the cue ball.
$25.
Check side to provide the angle on the black to go up for what would be frame ball.
$32. $33. $40. $41.
This is the best I've seen Bingham play in this match and the two previous for quite some time. Really good to see.
Yes, but let's cast our mind back to the qualifiers a couple of weeks or so ago. Stuart Bingham was behind in both matches and had to find his A game, or else he wouldn't be here at the Crucible.
Yes, in his first match he trailed Stuart Carrington of Grimsby 7-3 and 9-7, 1-10-9. Then overcame Leicester's Louis Heathcote
56.
10-8 from 8-7 down. Now he's fully resembling his old self.
63. Stuart Bingham 63 and the frame.
With breaks of 36 and 63. Didn't take long for Stuart Bingham to get back onto level terms.
Frame 19. Stuart Bingham to break.
It's been a titanic tussle, this. Would you believe it's the 6th time these two have been tied?
It's just another amazing pot from Ronnie O'Sullivan, because whenever he cues off or near the baulk cushion, he always strikes down on the cue ball and deliberately imparts side spin to the ball just to help it around the back of the black spot. So again, he's playing a little bit almost of a mini swerve when he plays those. So he's having to strike that cue ball exactly where he wants it. But Ronnie must be surprised a little, I suppose, by Stuart Bingham's stickability, because he just won't go away.
Yes, 5 or 6 years ago, wouldn't have been surprising at all, but in light of how he's played over the last couple of seasons, Bingham, yes, it is unexpected.
5.
Our referee, Desislava Bozhilova, will have to spot this pink behind the pack of reds. Will take a good few seconds to line it up. Fairly straightforward for a referee. Can be quite problematical, though, if the coloured ball has to be placed amidst a number of other balls.
Eleven. Thank you.
The red that's closer to the black, I don't think pots into the corner pocket, although from that overhead, it may do. Oh, avoided the green. That was some shot. If he just clips that green, he may not have been on anything.
17.
On this table, he had to give that so much welly.
18.
Lovely angle on the blue here to go into the reds. If he does decide to do that, Ronnie, he'll be hoping that that black can be manoeuvred into position. Oh, hang on, hang on. Oh, goodness. Well, we'll find out if that red next to the black will pot now.
23.
Because Ronnie is on it if it goes. It might go from where the cue ball is. Oh, it did go. It did go.
24.
Well, I have to say, Ronnie was very fortunate that the cue ball landed in one of the only areas that he could have potted that red from.
.7. .28.
Well, Phil, these last 7 frames have fairly whistled along. Incredible. Because the frame before it took over 46 minutes.
34. .39.
Not the split he bargained for.
Sullivan. 39.
That semi-blind cutback into a middle pocket has caused so many problems for so many people at this championship.
Well, in the previous frame, Stuart Bingham went into the reds and didn't land on anything. Got the second chance that he needed, though, to win the frame. Difference is, though, Ronnie O'Sullivan took that difficult red on and gave Stuart this immediate opportunity. Now, are those 2 reds in the middle of that little group of 5 a plant to the right corner? If they are, it could open everything up. Bottom red of that group of 5
6.
probably does pass the red near the corner pocket and into it. He's now looking at that plant. Just depends if the second red is touching that other red there. Oh, he thinks it's on. And it was on.
7.
And now everything, apart from the pink, in the open. And the pink is not obligatory.
$12. $30.
Wonder if Stuart will play for the red nearest the corner pocket next, because it may be blocking one of those other two reds into the same pocket, maybe two of them. The top red of the three certainly pots. Yeah, actually.
18.
The one next to this one will also pot. Stuart, though, I'm sure will play for the red over the corner pocket anyway next. It would be the right shot to play.
$26. 27. $34. 25.
As I said before, if he gets that close, the awkward pink will not be required. Everything else sitting pretty.
42.
Stuart will play for the blue or even a bolt colour here. It's getting on that remaining red, a formality. Just needs to make sure that he doesn't snooker himself on the last red by a bolt colour.
$48. 49. $55.
What should be an elementary green.
58.
And an equally simple brown are enough. Ronnie O'Sullivan overcuts a difficult red to middle.
62.
Stuart Bingham stepped in.
Stuart Bingham, 67.
That's why he's a former winner here, Stuart Bingham. He's performing with great distinction, and he's back in front at 10-9.
Thank you. Frame 20. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Judd Trump showed this morning you can't afford to fall behind in the concluding session. What a big frame this is for O'Sullivan. Get to 10-10, go into the interval, take stock. It would be a very different scenario if Bingham were to lead 11-9, I can tell you. Not just numerically, but also psychologically. Because Bingham's playing well. Bottom line.
What a pot from Stuart Bingham. OK, he probably only thought he could leave the red he was taking on, but how many of those out of 10 will he knock in? Oh, and the black just wriggles in. There was pressure on that one, though. This is fantastic play from Stuart Bingham. I can't even remember the last time I saw Stuart playing snooker of this calibre, of this quality, with this much composure and this much at stake.
Nine.
Delicate cannon required here. It's okay. Well, Ronnie hasn't done anything wrong here. This is brilliant from Stuart Bingham.
16.
Just looking at his results this season, he's lost twice to an Indian rookie professional. Ishpreet Singh Chadha, beaten by Jensen Kendrick in the English Open. Lots of early exits. But regardless of what happens from here on in, it's clear he's reserved his best for last in terms of this season.
I remember at the Scottish Open, actually, I was sitting next to Stuart Bingham and Kyron, I think, in the Players' Lounge, and the three of us were wondering what we all had to try and do to get into the World Grand Prix on the one-year points list. Kyron and Stuart, I think, needed semi-final places to get themselves into the world's top 32 on the one-year points, and neither managed it.
Yeah, Bingham got to the quarter-finals in Scotland, lost 5-4 to Zhou Yulong. That was his best performance until now.
Twenty-one. 22.
Controlled that well, Stuart, but it had to be slightly better to be ideal. This blue is just a touch thinner than Stuart wanted it to be, plus the cue ball is also quite close to that side cushion now. So he's going to have to fight for good position here. Ran through for a red into the left centre. That's all he felt he could do.
27.
Now Stuart will be aware that that little group of 6 reds are not great to go into from the black. He's got to be very careful here. He needs to catch the edge of these 6 reds. That's what he did. And it still hasn't worked out. He couldn't have played that much better.
Thirty-five. Bingham, 35.
It was a good white. That was the main thing.
Well, Ronnie took a bit of a chance there. He felt that if he left this red for Stuart, it'd be too difficult to pot, but with the angle that he's left Stuart with this red, it may be worth taking on. He can play for a colour here into the centre pocket. Or if he wishes to play it with a little more pace, could stun out for a colour into one of the bolt pockets. Big shot, this.
Gauntlet thrown down, maybe calculated risk.
Well, when you consider how well Stuart's playing this evening, some risk.
1. Five. 6.
That's where being able to switch hands and play ambidextrous snooker well, that's where it's such an invaluable asset.
Yeah, it still amazes me, Ronnie's degree of ambidexterity. Just found a little gap or two reds to stun the cue ball through there. And to play that with his opposite hand as well and judge it so well was noteworthy.
13. 14. 21. 22. 27. 28.
Oh, you can see from that camera shot the red to the right of the pink is on. And Ronnie can play for it now, get the pink back on its spot very shortly. That brings the other red into play.
34. 40. 41. 42. 47. 48.
This session, this mini session of 4 frames, considering what's at stake, so entertaining.
$54. 55.
So taking the pink means he will need the last red and any colour.
Well, he's so good left-handed, Ronnie. I'd be trying to leave myself fairly straight on the red and fairly close to it as well. But a natural right-hander would probably want to be able to reach it. He has played in behind it, and I think Ronnie will play this left-handed. But that cue ball's just travelled on a little further than Ronnie wanted it to. A little bit of an awkward cutback.
And I've seen so many shots like this
Would you please
championship.
make sure you don't move?
Slightly overcut. The last thing we want is movement behind the pocket.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 62.
He played for the green when he didn't need to.
Well, Ronnie played that yellow without any thought of missing it. There was no composure, he just got down and played it. He's 27 ahead with 27 on. So Stuart Bingham is still very much in this frame.
Well, the look on his face suggests he might have not been aware of the score.
Well, he'll be aware of it now, that's for sure. Stuart, I'm sure, will take this green on. It's a chance to win the frame. It's a fantastic green. Needs the 4 remaining colours to force a respot in a frame he should already have lost.
What a body blow this would be to O'Sullivan.
Stuart Bingham, 5.
Wasn't straightforward, though. The brown was a thin cut. He played the positional aspect of the shot beautifully. And Ronnie needs to be a little careful here, because if it was Stuart to pop the brown, with that pink so dangerously close to the black, he could even lay a snooker and win the frame without a free ball. I beg your pardon, a respot.
All worries dissipate. The yellow went astray, but the brown didn't. It's 10-10, and as a match, it's 10 out of 10. What a contest. 5 more frames to be played, maximum. You can see it going all the way. A classic quarter-final. It's impossible to forecast what's going to come in the next 3, 4 or 5 frames. I think the best advice would be sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Stuart Bingham will have enjoyed that break-off shot, though. Cue ball right in behind the yellow. Ronnie snookered on all reds.
Do get the impression, though, the brown he knocked in from distance to effectively make it 10-10 was a vital ball. He'd missed frame ball yellow. And sometimes when you do that, the snooker gods don't forgive.
Got that all wrong. Ronnie O'Sullivan missed the line there totally. Big chances for Stuart Bingham. Red to the left centre. He can play for the black. Well, looking at the red that's just above the black spot, I don't think that red will pot because it's directly above the black. So if the black is as close as possible to that red without touching it, that red can't be on, surely. The black will be, though. Yeah, there you see. So Stuart doesn't have a straightforward red now. Well done. Wow, what a shot. Controlled the screw back off the pack of reds to perfection here. Typical break builder shot that, and executed perfectly. He's given himself a wonderful chance here, Stuart Bingham.
I was going to say, after that shot, there's been no sign of Bingham weakness until then.
Yes, as this match gets ever closer to its conclusion, the pressure will tell more. Who will handle it the best?
And Bingham's excellent split of the reds has now come back to bite him because those balls are available for his opponent.
Needless to say, Ronnie would love the black back onto its spot, but he won't take a risk in trying to get it there. Not when you consider that the pink is an open play and freely available.
7.
Ronnie O'Sullivan fell behind at 10-9. Had to dig deep in the end to win the frame. Here's his chance to reassert some authority.
12. Thirteen. Eighteen.
Just killed the pace of the cue ball. Too much there, Ronnie, but again, exhibiting his skills with the opposite hand. Oh, he's missed the red. He's missed the red.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Hardly
18.
surprising to see Ronnie punch the table there. Every frame now of vital importance, and you can ill afford mistakes like this.
One.
One each in terms of unexpected mistakes. I'm sure O'Sullivan was surprised to be back at the table when Bingham missed. Bingham equally so.
Eight. Nine. Yeah.
If anything, this table's playing even heavier. Some of these attempted screwbacks are becoming almost stun shots.
Seventeen. 22. Three.
Oh, that's a mistake from Stuart. Needs to play this pink with the rest now, does he?
Yep.
Try to screw back 6 or 8 inches. Screw back probably about a foot.
$29. 30.
In the middle of nowhere.
Well, you're going to see pots missed under pressure, but a positional shot like that. Ronnie may be coming back to the table. Well, in all seriousness, if I were to take a pot on here, I prefer the yellow.
Stuart Bingham, 30.
Offline, didn't reach. It was a very difficult pot in any circumstance.
What are we doing? Sit down. Come in or what?
Come on, quickly. Thank you.
Some latecomers from the mid-session interval on the other table, actually, that is still going on.
Ready?
With so much movement going on behind the table, I think O'Sullivan's doing exactly the right thing.
Would you take your seats quickly and then hold the door closed for a minute? Thank you.
If I'm serious, Phil, I'm sure Ronnie would prefer to wait for the other table to resume their play there, because it won't be long before the players are back and there'll be another interruption.
Just keep it closed. Thank you. A good night, Ronnie. They're not going to let anybody in. They're all sat down now. Yeah.
O'Sullivan just
now, they're not
waiting
gonna
until the door is closed
Yeah,
and
but you know.
no other crowd is allowed in.
Yeah, but we might wait 20 minutes, you know what I mean? I'm chill.
It's a crucial juncture of frame and match.
Can we please make sure nobody comes in just for this shot, because it's important. Just for one shot.
Well, they're at the top of the stairs now. Do you know, Phil, this was happening in the qualifiers when I was playing my matches. There were people being admitted
We're sure now nobody's
between
coming in?
shots sometimes, and it's very, very, very off-putting.
Three minutes since the last shot was taken. It really is unfortunate timing. Let's hope that interruption doesn't take him off and disturb, shatter his concentration.
4.
The top red of the two together. In fact, both of them will pop past the pink into that corner pocket. But Ronnie's choosing the pink here. It surprises me. He's okay on the black.
Well-merited applause playing with running side like that.
11. Well,
if I were Ronnie, I'd be trying to leave myself half ball on the open red to bring the other into play. Needs to just keep running. That's about perfect. Off the side cushion, develop the awkward red. He's guaranteed to be on the pink. He may well be on the blue.
Thank you, 21.
Oh, he's missed the cannon. That's why he needed to be just a little straighter on the red. Now, I wonder if he'll play the pink now, because the angle's good to try and drop him behind this red. He floats the pink in. With a little bit of right-hand side, it could drop in right behind that red for the centre pocket in an ideal world. Oh, Phil, the rest comes out. He's straight down to have a go at this. This is very tough.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 26.
Again, the queuing of Stuart Bingham holds up. The last red with the rest was so difficult, even for the best there's ever been.
Six.
The hard work seems to be done. Bingham 3 points ahead. So green, brown and blue will leave O'Sullivan requiring a snooker.
Eleven. $15. 20.
They both made mistakes, but the end game of Bingham was the superior. Wow, what a match.
Thank you. Friend 22. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
of frames ago, Stuart Bingham potted a red similar to this, although this time the red's much closer to the cushion. So it's just a safety shot. Terrific check side on the cue ball, played it really well. If he's left the pot on, he's been unlucky. What a cue ball he's got, though. Ronnie was hoping to can a 4-ball into the loose red there. That would have left him on the black.
From the time he turned pro at the age of 16, that recovery blue has always been one of his trademarks.
7.
When he played in the qualifiers all those years ago up in Blackpool, he knocked those in time and time and time again.
$14. 15. 22. 23.
Ronnie just beginning to make the odd mistake now. What's the damage?
One.
At this stage, with the stakes so high, nothing is comfortable, especially when the cue ball is so close to a cushion. Stroked it in calmly.
5.
Again, looks happy with his technique, doesn't he?
Looks very calm, very composed. Decided to play for the black. Just needs to make sure that he doesn't land too low on a red.
30.
I wonder if Stuart can reach this. If he has to play it with the rest, he may decide to play the cannon to the red closest to the black.
Fourteen. One. 22.
The black to go in front in the frame, with plenty more potentially to come.
29. $30.
That will have just woken Stuart up a little. Heart must have skipped a beat there. He wouldn't have known whether this was staying up or dropping. And he doesn't have the right angle on this red, so we'll now have to go up for the blue.
$30.
And he's overscrewed that as well, so still has work to do positionally. Oh, where's he gone here? Red may be on to the centre pocket, but it's not straightforward.
$44. $50. $51.
After the season he's had, Bingham, he looks like a champion reborn. Almost serene. And look at this, Karen Wilson on the pink.
56.
In it goes, and through he goes by 13 frames to 8, reaching his fourth Crucible semi-final. Higgins had a chance to pull that frame back. He unluckily went in off. Wilson cleared up, showing steel. It's going to be Karen Wilson against David Gilbert in one semi-final tomorrow. We still don't know the other.
63.
He's taken these as though he was practicing at home in Basildon. Cool. Very, very cool.
$77. $79.
How impressive is this?
$82. $86.
With all points added, right up to date, Stuart Bingham is 31st in the provisional world rankings.
91.
Who says the rankings don't lie?
97.
They do here. He's playing brilliantly. A 104 clearance from Stuart Bingham. His third century of the match. He's on the verge of victory.
Frame 23. Stuart Bingham to break.
But Bingham finds himself on the threshold of more Crucible success, more Crucible headlines, a return to the limelight. And here, after O'Sullivan missed that red by a distance, is an immediate chance.
The black looks to be available. Stuart playing a stun screw back for the blue, a little short of pace. But Ronnie O'Sullivan, well, he's done enough. You would have thought he'd done enough through the latter stages of this match to have put Stuart under enough pressure to make him struggle. But if anything, he's got stronger.
$6.
Played it pretty well. Everything was right, just 6 or 7 inches short of pace. But Ronnie O'Sullivan now at the stage of the match where he can ill afford mistakes. If he is to get back into this match, if he is to force a deciding frame, he may need some help from the man at the table.
Stuart Bingham, 6.
When O'Sullivan captured the title in 2020, in the semi-finals, he was 2 down 3 to play against Mark Selby. Just went for it. Rattled off the last 3 frames. And then beat Karen Wilson in the final convincingly. But there's no let up from Bingham. It's almost as though he's in the zone at the most opportune time.
Oh, well. Luckily for Stuart,
8.
when that black caught the near jaw, it slid towards the pocket. Sometimes that's happening, and sometimes it isn't. When you see Stuart Bingham playing like this, you wonder how on earth he's been struggling for most of the season.
It's a total transformation.
$17. $24. $25.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, I'm sure, wondering now whether he'll return to the table. But Stuart has left himself a little straight on this black. Wanted to be able to screw into the reds. Instead, has had to play for this red near this side cushion. And that's not perfect by any means. This red is very tricky now.
32.
As is the position to a colour.
Stuart Bingham, 32.
The one thing O'Sullivan doesn't lack is support. But has he run out of steam?
Ronnie's confidence has taken a hit now, I'm sure, because he knows he's running out of time. There's just so much pressure on him now. Can he muster something? Played that very well. He's unlucky that this red is cuttable. It's a thin one, but Stuart certainly doesn't have an easy safety. The shot that Ronnie would like to play could easily leave a red on near the right corner. He wants to play a loose red just to the left of the pink, into the 4 reds next to the pink. But there are a couple of plants there that would head towards that right corner.
If Bingham wins, we're guaranteed a qualifier in the final. If Bingham wins, Mark Allen starts next season as world number 1. If Bingham wins, Ronnie O'Sullivan's quest for an unprecedented 8th title at the Crucible will have to continue into next year. And after that, the chances of Bingham winning have increased hugely.
Yes, this was a little unlucky from Ronnie. Couldn't really have forecast that red coming off the top cushion and over that centre pocket. Played that with a lot of check side. Had the cue ball found the baulk cushion, it may well have been safe. Dead straight the red, so Stuart will stun the cue ball where the red is. Hole for the blue in the opposite centre.
One. Six.
Nicely on this red, can play for the pink into the left centre here. Making big breaks is all about allowing that cue ball to travel the least distance that's necessary.
7.
Stuart played for the pink in the corner. He's overran it slightly. Needs another good positional shot now.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's 9th defeat in a Crucible quarter-final grows ever closer.
14.
Last year, he lost in the quarters. 13-10 to Luca Bracel. We were thinking deja vu, but hold the back page.
Stuart Bingham, 14.
Oh, well. And to overcut it, you never overcut them. Wow, Ronnie must be as astounded as we are to see that pink go astray. A lifeline at the very death. Well, if Ronnie O'Sullivan could win this frame, what must Stuart Bingham be thinking? Oh, he's
7.
suffering.
8.
Oh, he thinks that Ronnie's going to clear up. You would do.
$14. 15.
An unwanted kiss on the pink.
And short of pace.
21.
Stuart's hopes rejuvenated, perhaps. Still needs a good pot.
That was the definition of a pressure ball, and it was crunched in.
28.
These are all pressure balls. Oh, what a positional shot. Stuart pinning his hopes surely on that red that's on the side cushion, and believe me, that will be a challenge. Perfectly on the pink to screw in behind it. I'm sure Ronnie will play it left-handed again.
Absolutely centre cut.
Just too high on the pink, but he could still play it. Can power the cue ball through, get the cue ball back into bulk for the yellow. Looking at the blue, looking at the green. You've got to consider everything at this stage.
Another horrible knee knocker. And with the cue ball so close to the side cushion, so missable.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 48.
Oh, and he's not getting away with anything. He's missed the yellow, he's left it on. Not a certainty to get on the green, though. Well, I wasn't sure whether the cue ball would avoid the brown. It did. One more exhibition of perfect straight cueing required.
Frame ball is in. Match-winning ball is in. Never in the glorious history of this championship has the form book been so comprehensively ripped up. And the latest man to do it is Stuart Bingham. Ronnie O'Sullivan is out. Bingham goes through by 13 frames to 10. What a performance from him.